Back to F1 2017. This is RBL, or the Racing Banter League. This is not my league, if you were curious. It's my friend's Tom League, and this is our first ever race of the first ever season. So hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Alan Cavagnaro, or HRL Cavi, and we are back to start off and begin a new season of racing here at RBL. And we don't have many drivers. We start off with eight drivers today. So we're going to look back in the pits. I see a couple people exiting the pits already, with time counting down with just 11 minutes remaining, because in the new game, I think they started off with 13 minutes in qualifying. We've already wasted 2 minutes. Not a time set on the board, but seems to be that I know there's going to be a couple drivers to point out. We're going to go through each of the running order. Here's Jackson. Jackson Austin in 8th position right now. Obviously, these drivers have not set any laps yet, though he is exiting the pits, and it looks like he'll be out on the track in just a second. Don't look at it. There you go. In the Mercedes W08 Hybrid Power, or EQ. And it looks like Jackson, the only American driver in this league. Next, we have DeBoz for the win, driving the Ferrari. I think he's supposed to drive the Mercedes, but he's driving the Ferrari, the British driver. After that, we have, if I am correct, the Great Danilo. Great Danilo, my mistake, Grant. The Great Danilo, the Haas driver, the other British driver that we have in the lobby. After that, we have Tiny Meerkat, or Tom, the league owner. He is driving the Force India, from my understanding. After that, we have Ayuka Lowell. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce these names correct 100% of the time. But we have Ayuka Lowell driving the McLaren. After that, we have PFC Steve. Now, if you've watched my live streams or seen my league races, many of you guys will remember PFC Steve. He is a former HRL driver, former living legend in HRL. He has 8 career victories and a championship in HRL. He hasn't done any league racing since November of 2016. And crap. It says no longer in party due to network error. Sorry, let me fix this. Okay. So that's weird. It said the party I was in by myself had its own network error, and I still think I'm not my own, because it says I'm talking right now. There we go. I am so sorry about that. Network error as well. It kicked me out of the party I created that I was in by myself, which is just beyond stupid. But here we go. Like I was talking about, Steve. First time league racing since last year on F1 2016. Last time your league race since November, which was the end of Season 2 of HRL. And it's nice to see him back driving that white and blue Williams car. And again, it's sort of a homecoming for Steve. Coming back, finally just slowing up. Gonna get his laps through, but next after that, next driver we have, from the looks of it, we have, I'm sorry if I butcher this name, Captain Ingelo. Captain Ingelo, the Dutch driver, driving the Renault this season. After that, we go back to Jackson. So we do have 8 drivers in this lobby, all going for pole. Looks like Captain Ingelo goes for the pole position, a 1:22.1. Jackson opens up DRS, and down the straight, we'll see what this time is going to be on the board. That time will be 5th place, 2.5 seconds off the pole sitter of D'Angelo. So right now, it looks like that he will not be able to set a better time unless if he can improve by lightening the fuel load of his car to go faster, though he runs it very wide, misses the apex. We'll look back here at the McLaren driver of Mr. Oni. Mr. Oni, it sounds like pepperoni, but Mr. Oni, I think he's on a flying lap, so he'll come to the end of that one. We'll see where he ends up on the board. So, penultimate corner to the final corner. DRS is open up to 7th and 8th gear now. Across the line, he'll pick up 4th position, and that is only 1 second, a little bit more than a second, off the pace of the pole sitter. So, after that, in 5th place is the Great Danilo. Again, I have to keep looking up to see these names because they're hard to pronounce from a far away distance. But right now, he goes off the circuit, loses back end. So that is going to be a butchered lap in the record books right there for him. At Australia, new pole sitter again, it's EQ. Ikilu gets the fastest lap. That lap that he set was just it was faster than the lap he had before, obviously, as he does set the fastest lap because originally the fastest lap did go down to Captain Inglo, as we have Super Guy watching. What is RBL? Is it a new league? It's not my league, it's my friend Tom's league. The Tiny Meerkat. I'm co-owner of it, so-called. I don't really do anything, but I'm co-owner of this league with Ducky Dude. So, we don't have many people, but if you remember, we do have PFC Steve, cause, I mean, at the last second, we needed someone. I think Super Guy should know who Steve is. He never did a race with each other, but I think they should at least know who each other is. So we do have 5 to 6 minutes remaining in this session, and from the looks of it, Ikilu is just flying by every single lap, improving on the time he had originally. So up into 8th, all the way down to 4th gear does he get down there, but oh no! He breaks his front wing, he's out of this session. He's run into the back of a car. I think that was the Williams. I'm not sure. No, that was the Renault. He was just onto the back of him. Doesn't look like there's any damage, but he's also out of fuel, so he'll enter the pits. So he is out of the qualifying session. It did look like a Williams for a second, but he's not even on track. So I think it had to be the Williams as he comes into the pits with 5 minutes remaining. That is a little lackluster, to be honest. Both of them were going for fastest laps, and Washi, don't even get me started. So 5 minutes remaining in this session, it looks like to be Ikilu not even out on the track because he retired from the session. It looks like he'll get the pole, but here you go. You have someone else going back out on track. I think, is that Tom? I'm not exactly sure. Super Guy says, by the way, my wheel is back, I will still be a bit slow since I got it today and getting used to the wheel again and have not played F1. Well, nice to see you finally have your wheel back. And if anyone is new to the channel or just, tuning in for another race that I commentate, please like, subscribe, comment down below for more content on this channel. I would like to announce, I haven't announced it yet, though I know it's gone public on AOR and the website. I will be commentating the PS4 Esports League for the qualifiers. That starts on Thursday on Fizzy's channel. I mean, it's not going to be on my channel. I don't even think I have the right to stream it on my own channel. But that'll be on AOR Fizzy's channel Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. UK time. It's the same time that they have the races for AOR. So just tune in on AOR Fizzy's channel at that time on Thursday starting this week. So that is good news, as I'll be doing it for only 3 weeks. Such a bummer, but I'll be alongside Ali K. Hopefully a couple of you guys know who he is, but with 3.5 minutes remaining in qualifying, rounding the final corner, DeBoz for the win opens up DRS up to 7th, almost down to 8th gear, and that lap will not be an improvement. He is 7/10ths behind, but he does also want to improve, as I heard he lightened the fuel load, so that lightened the weight of his car to go a little bit faster. So DeBoz doing everything it takes to get to the top. However, he's stuck at P3 in a little slump. So right now back in 5th place with 3 minutes remaining. The great Danino, he did have the fastest lap earlier in this session. However, from the looks of it, he could not pick up the pace, however, in the second half of this qualifying session, and is stuck back in P5 as he clipped the grass. You missed it a couple minutes ago. He locked up in that turn 2 at the exit of the second DRS straight there, and just locked up and ran off the circuit. So, obviously, he needs to make these mistakes in qualifying and not the race, as it could very much cost him, as he did almost make a mistake there. Runs it very wide. We just jinxed him. So, he's still in P5, luckily. For him, he didn't lose any positions, but Steve has not set a lap yet. And remember, we did go over the story. The last league race he did was back on F1 2016 on November 2016. He hasn't done a league race since. This is his first time back driving the car. Everyone knows what he drives. Steve Williams driving the Williams, of course. And again, one of my very good friends, finally back in league racing. And if you don't know him, he's from HRL Season 1 champion, Season 2 runner-up. He has 8 career victories. One of the greatest drivers I've seen in that league, driving the Williams, and he's the driver that perfected the car. So nice to see him back. It's a different league, however, and we're just moments away from the start of this session. Super Guy says, damn, Steve is back on your YouTube channel again. Yeah, it's been a while. Last time we saw him was the Season 2 finale, where it looked like Alex held everyone up on purpose so he could give his teammate the championship, and That's when Steve pushed through the field, but couldn't even pass Flair at the end. But it was a good championship finale. Flair won it by 2 points, I believe. I think that was one of my favorite finales. So much intensity and team orders, honestly. It was fun. But Steve goes up to 7th gear and across the line. He does set a lap. That'll be 4th place. And that time does put him 8/10 behind the race leader, qualifying leader. So with only 1 minute remaining, this will be his last lap that he'll set, unless he can go faster than what he crossed the line. I think he'll have time for one more, but he did miss the apex there and off the grass, and that ruined his lap as he loses the back end, and Steve is all over the place. He's gonna have to fix that for the race later on today. We'll spectate Tom. No, that's not Tom, but he's in 6th place. The great Danino. He wants to get in one more lap, as you knew he did butcher that one as well. Where's Tom? Here's Tom back in 6th place. The flying Pink Panther down the straight. He is in 6th place with less than a minute remaining. This will be the money lap for Tom. He has set a lap earlier in the session, but like we mentioned in races, the sun is setting, and when the sun sets, the track gets faster for these guys. So obviously they want to go out later in the session, as it looks like Tom is doing just so. The pink and white helmet for Pink Panther, but he's retired from the session, knowing that I think he ran out of fuel. But no, his car is actually going faster, so I don't think that was the case, as the Haas is spun in turn 1. Losing the front wing, Captain Ligo goes for the fastest lap, and I butchered that name. Wow. As he did run over the debris. So fastest lap coming in the final seconds of qualifying. We'll see what Steve can do about that, if he has enough time to get back there. I don't think he does. 2-1, he's just running really slow down the straight. I think he just wants to finish it out, but across the line, not going to be a good time, because that lap did not count anything, as that's 1.5 seconds back on the time. 7th place is the great Danino in 7th. A little bit of a bummer for him. Definitely did not have enough time to get in a good lap. Butchered many, many laps. But now I think he's on a finally good flying lap. So we do have 2.5 minutes to finish this one up. Fantastic exit. Does not go in the rumble strip, however. So he's headed down into sector number 3 under the Formula 1 Experiences tunnel. Or, I wouldn't say tunnel. I would say bridge, but now under the Rolex sign, and we head into the final couple of corners. He has to chain the penultimate and final corner as he goes in the grass. Perfect sound. I did see a little bit of lockup smoke, but runs it very wide on the grass. However, he'll gain a lot of momentum down the straight, up to 7th gear, and maybe even up to 8th, but across the line, that will be P7. No improvement for the Haas driver. We go to Captain Inglo, fastest lap. And I think he even got a faster lap there, which is very impressive. But Captain Inglow is on the pole position for today's Grand Prix in Albert Park. And what a way to start off the season for him, as it looks like a 5 grid place penalty for the great Danino. Jackson did qualify in dead last. However, he'll get up to 7th due to that grid penalty for the Haas driver. So a little bit of misfortune. I think that was when he either spun towards the end of session or just spun off track. I honestly don't know. I can't actually advance because I'm a spectator, so I just have to wait here till everyone else advances. But look at that time. Captain Inglo, a 6/10 difference from 1st to 2nd. So it looks like right now he will stand on the pole position, and it'll look like to have... oh, crap. Skip that. I don't want to have the F1 logo, and I already did, of course. I'm going to get copyrighted for this. Thanks, Codemasters and FOM. But yes, we are just moments away from the start of the Australian Grand Prix in RBL. And if you guys have any questions for this race or anything going on, comment down below. We will answer the questions along the stream and during the race. We do have 8 drivers to start off this league. First ever race in this league. And 20 seconds to go till we start it off with a bang. We'll see what happens. But again, if you have any questions, comment them down below. We will answer them, as it looks like we do have 3 viewers. And yes, starting up momentarily. And enjoy the Australian Grand Prix. And if there's anything wrong with my mic, please let me know, because that occasionally happens. 5 red lights filling our screens. Lights out and away we go in Albert Park. It's a fantastic getaway for the Renault. You saw a lot of wheel spin off the start. However, it looks like to be 3 wide already. Ferrari switching back, dive it to the inside. Cannot happen as it looks like the McLaren has the corner cut to get going. 2 wide off the start and 2 McLarens back there. They're going to try and split the Ferrari, but no, he's only going to go to the inside for the position. Going down to the inside, that is Tom who hits the McLaren, dives it down to the inside. It'll still be wheel to wheel, turning in a little too early. Runs it wide as Tommy may have to get back to position. However, single file and around the outside goes a Ferrari, and Steve is already out of this session. So the first ever lap he has done in a league race in a year, he is already out of this qualifying, or this race. So now it looks like the McLaren driver will take an onboard view. He's going to be all over his teammate for the 3rd position. It looks like both of them running wide. He's going to go around the outside. He will take the position. The McLarens would be wheel to wheel. However, he does clear him around the outside. So right now the grid order stands at this, a chaotic start to begin the season. And let me go to the front. It was a fantastic getaway. Like I mentioned, for the Renault, he's already ahead. He didn't even set the fastest time in qualifying. Actually, no, he did. My mistake. I'm messing it up with the McLaren driver of VQ. But lost the back end there. But it looked like, from the looks of it, a fantastic getaway. But like I mentioned, Captain Nalingo, what's a gap? Oh, wow. Looks like the Ferrari dive bomb to the inside. He's going to have to go back to the outside, but now it'll be single file again. It'll be a ding-dong battle for 2nd position. However, they're just acting like this is the final lap, and this position is for the win. And this is just chaotic, as now all of these drivers going at it while they shouldn't be. The McLaren runs wide. It's going to be a McLaren Honda Civil Wars. They're going to be wheel-to-wheel down the straight. Oh, no, they make contact. They make contact. They clip together, and a Mercedes has been collected. Jackson is out of the session. So is the McLaren. Oh, that is chaotic. And a safety car is out just on lap number 2. Tom is into the pits to fix his front wing. What a chaotic way to start off this season. Nice to see Steve Williams back. Comment down below what happened, because I'm not exactly sure what happened. I saw you lose a tire, and that's all what happened, but that it was a chaotic crash. Like I mentioned, I jinxed it again. Moments before it happened, I said McLaren Honda Civil War, and next thing you know, they end up spinning on the circuit on lap number 2. This is very good for Tom right here. Safety car, he has to dive out at the last second. Safety car was waiting for the leaders, but look at all the debris on the DRS straight. They're gonna have to throw the safety car and clean it up, because obviously with the new game, debris can actually affect you this time. I mean, it still did in 2016, twice for me in league races. But that was a chaotic spin, and this is gonna help everyone but the leader and the people that are still in this race, obviously. Because what happened was, I mean, look at the gap. I think he's already going to pit from Ultrasoft, so looks like Captain Ingelo is already in the pits. We'll see what he's going to fit on for tire compounds. We'll see what everyone else does. Looks like the Ferrari will stay out to get the track position. And it looks like the Haas driver will dive in also. Same with the McLaren Honda driver. It looks like he got out okay with a little right front end plate damage. Tom still needs to make up a lot of time. That was just chaotic. We got a front row view for that spin, as they just put a front wing over a front wing. F1 2017, back at it at defying physics, as usual. How great. They still have glitches. But Steve has left the session, and it looks like DeBalls has assumed the race lead in 3 laps by a safety car. Jackson is off the session. Captain Inglo is in 2nd. So after his pit stop, he is put on the soft compound. He may try to make it to the end or just go for one stint after that, but we will see how this race goes down. And yes, we have Evil here. Hello, I'm doing a league race. That's why I didn't join the party. We were prepping for the league, by the way. This is the first ever race for it, so that is why. This isn't my league, if you're curious. It's someone else's. I'm commentating for them. I co-own the league, however, so-called. I don't do anything, but I co-own it. I know, right? Exactly. But we are under safety car. For people tuning in now, we are under safety car for the first time today. On the 2nd lap, there was a 3-car collision, taking 2 drivers out of the Australian Grand Prix. And now we are under safety car for the first time today. 3 laps into this new league, and we already have a safety car. So I think we only have 5 drivers left in this session, to be quite honest. Because we did start with 8 drivers, because Steve crashed on the first lap. He took the L, or the retirement. Evil says, should get me in there with you. I can invite you. I can, actually. Can I? Manage session. Please tell me I can invite you. Race director. I can't even... F1 didn't even fix that. I can't even invite you. I can't even invite you. I mean, I would... Well, I mean, whenever I have you in a party, your echo is terrible. And, I'm not sure how that would go down. I can't even invite you either. There's telemetry settings, what we didn't have last year. We didn't even need that, but... No, I don't want to exit. That'd be terrible. Terrible. However, we are under safety car. It looks like part of that debris... I mean, the collision happened right here, as you can see. I mean, it looks like they cleared up the debris, so Stewart's actually doing their job for once on the F1 game. We are left with 5 cars on this circuit to remain in the Grand Prix for, I don't know, 29 minus 4, for how many laps we have left in this session. However, if you are joining now, what happened was, Captain Inglo, the Renault driver, did start on pole, led 2 laps, safety car came out for a 3-car collision on the main straight, or on the DRS straight, not the main straight, the DRS straight after the main straight. There was a 3-car collision taking 2 drivers out of this Grand Prix and taking them out of the running. A lap earlier, Steve crashed out, lost the back end. Steve also said above in the chat, just spun up rear wheels. Obviously, it's his first league race back on F1 since November of 2016 on F1 2016 with my league HRL. Oh god, I'm sorry, I burped. That's a first. That's a little embarrassing, it's fine, but... And also, a first, a safety car ghosting. I've never seen that before. But I think, yes, we are. Safety car is coming in this lap, and just moments away from the start of this race, and it'll be resumed any second. So you can see it's speeding ahead. But like I was saying, Steve drove back in my old league, HRL, and he drove in the first 2 seasons. He got 8 wins, Season 1 champion, and Season 2 runner-up. This is his first league back, or first race back. I convinced him to join this league, just do a race, because we were low on people, but never mind that. We are moments away from the start of this, the resumption of this Grand Prix yet again. They're driving up through the final corner, resuming into action, and we are green flag racing again in Albert Park. We're going to look back at Tom. That's not Tom, one more, there you go. Looked like he was going to get passed, however. Slipstream doesn't do much in this game anymore, but a driver runs off the circuit in the first corner. I think that's a Haas driver. He's going to run the McLaren wide. They're going to make it 3 wide. He's all going to clip the Force India off the circuit, lets him back on. He's going to move under braking and hit Tom. Wow, there's a lot of action back here. The McLaren goes right around the outside of Tom for the position, and the Ultrasofts. Tom runs it wide for the position. So right now, Tom is on a mission as he lost the positions. He's now trying to get back. A lot of lockup in this corner. It's a heavy braking zone. Doesn't surprise me. It's a new game. People trying to get used to the new game. Again, doesn't surprise me. But right now, the McLaren Honda trying to find which lane to go to as they're both moving under brake at the same time. The Haas driver runs wide. He will be on pressure now, squeezing right through, putting the side pod at danger. And it looks like Ikilu goes for the 3rd position. Mistake, as it looks like the Haas driver's going to cut it because he ran wide. Not the best, but looks like he barely got by him for the 4th position, my bad. Oh no, he dive bombs it and he runs him off the circuit. What are we watching here? Oh no, he ran the league owner wide. This is just madness. I've never seen a race like this in my life. That is, Oh, and he runs it wide again. I'm not sure what he's doing. But it's also a drive-through for the McLaren Honda driver. This is just madness, as now it will be a battle for the race lead once they catch each other down. However, the DRS and Rich Mix are going to do a long benefit for these two, the Ferrari and the Renault drivers, going at it for the lead. So off the corner, 4th gear, off the exit, it's going to be 5th gear. Before the corner, it's going to be 6th gear, then 7th gear off the exit. And now, just trying to get by each other. I don't think that it's going to happen. However, single file for the lead. He may have a chance to get him next lap when DRS is available. But let's check back with these drivers back here. A lot of action going on. I'm not sure why. Who is it? This driver right here, the Haas driver, ran the league owner, the Force India driver, Tom. He ran him off the circuit. He literally put on a Maldonado dive bomb, ran him off the circuit, and I think that was a little retaliation. I'm not sure what happened earlier in the race, but he keeps running wide every corner. Spun out in qualifying. I'm not sure if he's fit to be in the league. I'm not sure if he's gotten used to the game yet. but obviously it looks like the Ferrari has a lead, and he is increasing the gap a little bit every single lap, though mistakes like that can cost him, as he did run a little bit wide. We'll take an onboard view with the Renault driver. I think he will get a better exit, but I think the setup that the Ferrari has is more for straight line speed, as it, even despite a better exit, he's just pulling away down the straights. I think that's what it is, because through the corners he gains, then off the exit he loses, but that was a fantastic gain there, as now he will have Rich Mix and Slipstream. DRS is not available for some reason. I'm not exactly sure if it's not enabled yet, or he just wasn't in the activation zone, but again, hopping over the curbs, gaining massive amounts, so he's going to be all over the Ferrari driver in this sector if he can get close enough. That is a question we have. Gets a better entrance and exit. He's going to be all over the prancing horse this lap. And wrong driver, really, wrong driver. Off the exit, we don't care. Here's the leader, the Ferrari. He has a position to defend, and it's the most important one. It's the one for the race lead. And he does have a fight coming towards him at the moment. Back at second place again. The pole sitter, he's already made a pit stop, so it doesn't really matter. He is on those soft tires. Meanwhile, the leader, the Ferrari... Nope, not this guy. Nope. I hate this F1 game. It's terrible with camera angles. On the Ultra Softs, he's a little bit pulling away, but the opportunity will prevail to the outside. He's going to run him a little bit wide. Must have been a little bit of lag there as he just ran himself off the circuit from this view. But off the exit, there must be DRS. DRS must be available. Yes, it is. Slipstream, Rich Mix. He'll try and do his best to get around. He's going to go to the inside. So he can put the move on. He backs out of it. Cannot get the move done. So I think he'll try this time, as this is another DRS point, as now they'll head down the straight, and obviously this time, something should be done in the grass. However, the Renault has no choice but to obey to the Ferrari's law of staying right behind him. This is costing him massive amounts of time, as this is not what he expected. However, he's going to be stuck behind him. He needs to put on a pass eventually, because he can't stay behind him for this long, or else there will be a problem. But for the meantime, he is stuck behind the Ferrari. He's going to defend to the inside, back out to the outside, both moving, hopping over the curb, and it looks like Debas is doing everything possible to try and maintain the lead. However, the Renault's going to look to the inside. He's going to give him the room. There's a lot of lag, and they'll be wheel-to-wheel, and then double apex. We'll see if they can maintain it. Back to single file, so he did it around the outside. However, it's now down to the exit. He did run a little bit wide onto the grass. However, the Renault doesn't look like he'll be able to get the position or get close enough to the Ferrari driver right now. So for the meantime, he's going to be all over the back, the red and white back of the Ferrari. He may try and put on a pass down this straight, because now, like we mentioned, DRS is now available, but he's going to dive it down to the pits once a battle started to brew on. So the Ferrari down to the pits, going to lock up. Barely got under there. Had to be below 37 miles per hour, or 50 kilometers. But he'll switch from the Ultras to the super soft tires, and I believe this will be his first out of 2 pit stops in this race, as he did not pit the first time. However, he has not fallen down the position. There'll be a battle for, however, second off the exit if he can get there. Speed up just in time. This will be a battle for position. Then right around the outside, locking up. He'll get the position done for second place. Like we mentioned, however, newer tires, this will put on a battle for sure. So, Debas now on newer tires, locks up and runs wide. We'll check back with that in just a moment. Now, I heard there was a battle brewing up for fourth just a couple moments ago. Sorry we missed that. Between these two drivers, already by the first race, a lot going on between these two, running each other off the circuit multiple times, and not the best way to start off the season. But yes, we are down to 5 drivers. We did start with 8. We crashed 3 in 2 laps. New record, I know. Second place, wow, he's just hanging on. He is so defenseless, as Daniel Ricciardo would say, I like them vulnerable. That's what the McLaren driver is right now. He has nowhere to hide, as a Ferrari driver gains massive amounts each sector. He's going to be all over him with newer tires. He may try and find a way to go to the inside. He's going to dive it down to the inside as he locks up, moving under braking his McLaren Honda driver. Very, very, very aggressive driving. I will save replays here. That should be a good idea. I should make a highlight reel, because this race is fantastic. Fastest lap for Captain Inglow. I will start recording, because that is a smart idea. However, battle for 4th is going to be put on between the Haas driver and the Pink Panther, the league owner of Tom. May try and find a way to gain some time in this sector. He's going to be all over the Haas driver. He may be able to get him down the straight. DRS is available. He is so ever so close. Omni has left the session, so he may try and dive it down to the inside. That is a question. To the inside. Cast, I cut the corner. They make contact. They'll still be wheel to wheel off the exit. And on the exit, they'll still be wheel to wheel. A couple feet. Difference between the side piles, not giving each other much room. Down into the braking zone. And more contact. Hands up in frustration with Tom. He may try and ring it around the outside, but not enough room, and he runs him off the circuit. And the Haas driver barely hanging on to the position. So that is not what he wanted. But now Tom trying to look to the inside again, not going to get the position he needs to get. We'll switch up to here. However, an onboard shot just frustrated. The Pink Panther is trying to find a way around. He might run wide here. He's known to be doing that every lap. However, we will check with these drivers. Not much going on. So we will go back with Tom. From the looks of it, he is all over the Haas driver, trying to find a way around him. And from the looks of it, he is having some trouble, to say the least. So right now, over the curb he goes. He's going to be all over the rear wing again. I may try and run it wide, gain some momentum, and dive down to the inside, but he's going to switch lanes, diving down to the inside. Very fantastic driving as he runs it wide. He's going to be defenseless as usual. The Haas driver goes around the outside for the position. Could not get much done. That was acrobatic stuff right there. Prancing at the last second beneath the corner. Both of them switched lanes under braking. That is fantastic. I haven't seen something like that since Spain, between when it was Vettel and Bottas. Now trying to defend each other down the straight, switching lanes again. Tom's going to have to go down to the inside, and I think this time we'll have it easily, as he'll clear the Haas driver, but he may try and go for the switchback, but defends, as contact was almost made. Here's a nice helicopter view brought to you by FOM. Thank you very much. Finally, good view for once. So now up above, he finally got by the Haas driver. Took him 5 laps to do so. So that battle's finally done. We'll go up to DeBoss. Now this battle will start to brew up yet again, as now he gained back the time he needed to get, as now he's going to be all over the back as a McLaren and Honda locks up. As he's going to be all over him for position. I kind of like how we have 5 drivers, because I get to see all the action that goes on. It's not like 20 where I miss half of it, and it pisses me off. But riding the curbing, DRS is available. He will have him down the straight here. However, he may try and go defensive, as we've seen before. Goes down to the inside, gives him the outside. We'll see if he goes with a switchback. That is a preferred move. Hops over the curb, and I think this time he'll have DRS yet again. Yes, he will down the straight. DRS is available. Defend to the inside. He'll go back down to the outside, making contact. I would try and go for the switchback, but yet again, the McLaren Honda locks up, runs out of room, and it'll be all over him again, and the battles just keep happening. I will have to go back and see how Tom is doing. I'm very curious to see if he's hanging on, but he is just pulling away. So that just shows what was going on here, but DeBall is all over the McLaren Honda driver, trying to find a way around, and I keep repeating that because he's still in the same sticky situation as he was just 4 laps ago. So on the back straight now, you can look to your right, and you can see a lake in Albert Park, a beautiful, beautiful place to race at, and a fantastic way to start off the RBL season. But right now, DeBoss, like I mentioned, as Daniel Ricciardo would say, I like them vulnerable, and that's what the McLaren Honda driver is, Ikilu. However, he's been putting up a fight, so I wouldn't say he's defenseless. Though he is hanging on, we may see the same similar strategy as we've seen before. Single file runs it wide as a Ferrari driver. He's going to be all over him down the straight. They may try and go defensive again. Putting up the signs, he's going to defend to the inside, making 2 moves there. I know what that... Nope, that is definitely illegal. Making multiple moves, weaving down the straight. That should get reported to the stewards, but then again, this is just racing. Weaving down the straight multiple times, running wide. This will give the advantage to the Ferrari drivers. DRS is available again. He can't get there in time. So right now, despite only having 5 runners, this is the best racing I've seen in F1 2017 yet. So right now, the battle for second is just getting started. So right now, they're going to be all over each other. McLaren Honda driver locks up, and he'll have the opportunity to pass him into this sector. He may be able to put something on the table, but locking up again, not being able to set up a pass. This is a little crucial for the team, but he's going to try and go around the outside of the move that he saw worked last time. He's going to go to the inside, but it's defended. He's going to go back to the outside. He hits the wall. He's lost a tire, and he's out of the Australian Grand Prix. DeBoz is out of the Australian Grand Prix, and we're down to 4 runners left, meaning the position for the podium is going to be down between Tom, who is actually in 4th, who's going to pick up the scraps of the Haas, not the Ferrari driver. That was illegal driving, in my opinion. He picks up the position there, but just weaving multiple times, hitting him off the circuit, that is just uncalled for, uncalled for. This footage will be brought to the stewards after the race in Assumption. But right now, I don't think we'll have any more battles for a long time. I said battles for a long time. Looks like EQ is into the pits for his final pit stop of the day, from the Ultras to the soft tires, fixing that front wing as well, and it looks like it'll be a battle with Tom if he gets anywhere close. Nope, Tom has gone by, so he takes P2. So there you go, but I do believe Tom will have to make one more pit stop in this race, so it doesn't even matter. Though I think these two will be battling at the end of this race. However, looks like the Haas driver is gaining. He has gained massive amounts. And from the looks of it, we will see another battle. No, actually, probably not. That's stupid to say. New tires, faster driver will probably pull away. But knowing the Haas driver, he may pull out some dive bomb. And yes, I'm already calling him the Maldonado of the series. Don't rant, okay? We've seen it. He's ran multiple people off this race so far, but this is going to be a fantastic highlights program. That's for sure. So locking up. And again, something I noticed about the new game, I think everyone noticed it, but look at the front wing. Look how high this thing is. I don't exactly like how high this thing is. It's a little concerning. It's not even like real life. It's probably only me, but it's fine. I don't like the height of the front wing, but they said there's no way to change it, really. I think they've actually tried to make it a little bit lower in recent updates, and it does look lower, but it's still pretty high. But now that we have 4 drivers left in this session, I don't think we'll see much of a battle. However, I think I did see some rain. If I'm correct, is there rain, but locking up is the leader? I don't see any rain on the hood, so we'll have to excuse that factor for a while. I kind of wish I had some weather forecasting. I kind of wish I had Jeff. That's what I was going to say. I kind of wish I had Jeff, because I don't know how this weather looks, but yeah, we are more than halfway through this race. And it has been a chaotic one, to say the least. So, if you guys have any questions about this race or anything going on, pop them down in the comments down below. I will try and answer them throughout this race, as now nothing else is going to happen. But these 4 drivers split apart by many, many seconds. Funny thing, look at the Haas driver going through the right-hander there, and the McLaren driver's already up here. You can't even see him back there. He's pulled away multiple seconds per lap, showing how fast he really is. But right now, looks like Tom is putting off a gap to the McLaren Honda driver, Vicky Liu, and looks like he'll maintain that for the rest of the race. We'll check race director. Still looks to be... Yeah, Tom has made a second pit stop. Never mind, my mistake. I said he only made 1 pit stop. It actually looks like the Renault made 1 pit stop in that Maskell seconds. The funny thing is, it's a 51-second lead. I think that's a little weird. Just a little. I think that's a glitch, because I don't think it'd be 51 seconds. I'm not sure if you'd agree with that, but then again, he will be pitting within the next couple of laps. Fastest lap for EQ, so he is a man on a mission, man on a charge to pass Tom. A lot of lag on my screen, my mistake. We'll check back with EQ. We'll take an onboard view with his lap. This may be an even faster lap, because I heard he did just put it up to Rich Mix. It's up to 3rd, up to 4th. I can't even watch that. That's terrible. Oh, that's odd. Captain Inglow is back and forth. Not sure what happened. So, For some reason, Tom is leading this race out of nowhere. Where I'm so confused. I'm confused. I really am. There you go. Okay, I was just gonna say he was leading this thing a minute ago, and my internet connection quality is not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. Too bad. Too bad, Codemasters. Too bad. Too bad, PlayStation. But I'm so sorry about that if you are experiencing quality issues. But right now, Captain Ingelo is the race leader. Back in second place is going to be Tom. Fastest lap for Ikilu again. So that gap has increased to 52 seconds. Wow, I don't think anyone can challenge this man. Coming to lap number 18 out of 29, this will be 12 laps to go for the Renault driver. But Ikilu is a man on a mission. The Flying Finn, as we like to call him. The Flying Finn on a mission. The McLaren Honda driver trying to catch up to Tom. And remember, Tom has been in many scuffles earlier this Grand Prix. He's been run off the circuit by the Haas driver, but he is losing. What I'm hearing from, 8 tenths per lap. Tom is losing 8 tenths per lap to Ikilu. I'm not even sure if I'm saying his name correctly. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. Ikilu, LOL. I'm not saying LOL. I'm saying Lou. Okay, I'm not going to say LOL. That's stupid. Unless if it's something else, but yeah, it looks like he did gain a lot of time cutting the corners, however. Yeah, he is cutting the corners. That's probably one of the reasons why he is gaining a lot of time. You can see a lap ago, he was just that little tiny ant in front of him, and now he is all of a sudden right in front of him. So, with now we are headed to, I believe, 12 laps to go. Yes, 12 laps to go. 54 seconds off the leader. He is very fast down the straight. I'm surprised DRS wasn't available, but here we go. He's going to put it up to Rich Mix, as you just saw, pressing a button. He obviously doesn't have DRS if you look behind him. But Tom is going to be as vulnerable as Ricardo would say to regular drivers as they are vulnerable. As if you remember that quote from the Italian Grand Prix, I keep mentioning this, but this is too funny to ignore. Crap, I forgot it. Oh, no, I remember. Ricardo saying he likes them vulnerable. Well, that's exactly what Tom is right now. I mean, he is at multiple seconds off the pace of the McLaren Honda driver, and obviously he did a lot to pass the Haas driver, and now he is going to have to hold off Ikilu for the second position. Remember, both of these guys crash. It's going to be over. They shouldn't crash. There's only one driver behind him. He's off the pace, but he gained a lot of time through there, braking very, very late compared to Tom, and he's going to be all over the Force India driver. It'll be a matter of time before he gets by. I think it'll be off the exit, though. I think that's going to where he gets it. Fantastic exit for the Honda driver. For once, Honda has power, trying to go to the outside. He may try and go to the inside this time. I think that's what he may try and do, but he stays right back behind him. Tom runs it a little bit wide onto the rumble strip, but I think this time Ikilu may try and dive it onto the inside, but he's too far back, locking up, missing the apex, but I think this time he will have DRS. Yes, he will. You can see the orange prevailing there. He will have DRS, so it is open now. Down the straight, he will gain some time back, but right now, it will have one more DRS straight on this lap. It'll be 19 out of 29. 11 laps to go. The leader's headed to 10 right now. He is 50 seconds ahead of these drivers. They have actually cut the gap, because I think he did pit, if I'm mistaken. I'm going to check race director. I think he has pitted. Yes, he has pitted. Second pit stop. He's on those super softs now, so he's just going to pull away. A minute lead. Imagine if they lap each other. That'd be quite funny. But right now, Tom trying to defend all over the place. He did run wide in that sector. We have 8 viewers. Wow, 8 viewers. I haven't seen 8 viewers in a long time on my channel. Not gonna lie, I haven't seen 8 viewers since my AOR streams. But if you guys are new or returning subscribers, please like, subscribe, comment down below for more content. Tomorrow we are commentating the AOR social, but here we go down to the inside. He's going to give him just enough room to squeeze by and take second place. So, matter of time was really just a matter of seconds before he got by. Tom cutting the corners to try and gain some time back, however, not going to do enough. Ikilu is now into second place, and I think that's going to be the finishing order for the rest of the race, unless Tom can come back and pass him, but he lost it back end as Tom runs wide. But yeah, like I was mentioning, we do have a busy schedule for myself for this channel within these next couple of weeks. Tomorrow we have the AOR social starting up. It will be the Mexican race. I do have another AOR social I have to commentate on the 17th, I think. We also do have the next week's Grand Prix. Sid Freeze GT No B. Not sure exactly who you are, but welcome to the channel. But if you are, like I said, welcome. Speaking of new, if you're a new viewer or just a returning watcher, as Tom's gonna dive it down to the inside, locking up. What was he thinking? That was late thinking, as that is not recommended, and he's a league owner that does that. That is a little unbearable. But right now, I'm surprised he actually did maintain to gain some time back. But that was chaotic. We do have 10 laps to go in this session, as the gap is far enough away. I swear, if he dive bombs this corner, I'm going to quit. Okay, good. I was going to say, if he did dive bomb, I was going to quit this league. But like I was mentioning, busy schedule. Fastest lap for Captain Inglo. Gap is 37 seconds. It looks like they have been catching him, but a fastest lap will obviously mean otherwise. He did gain a second there. It went from 37 to 38.1. So, from Captain Inglo's view, we do have 9 laps to go in this Australian Grand Prix. We have 4 drivers remaining. Tom running wide, but like I mentioned, if you're a new viewer or returning subscriber, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Busy schedule, because tomorrow we have an AOR Social September 17th, another AOR Social. Next week's GP for RBL will be on Saturday, same time, same place on this channel, and we will start commentating the Esports League. Yes, the F1 Esports League. I was chosen to be a commentator alongside Ali K. If you don't know who he is, well, he's pretty well known in the community. I will be commentating alongside Ali K in the esports series for PS4, the 3-race series. That will be on AOR Fissy's channel, however, so do not tune in here. So on Thursdays, 8 p.m. UK time or 3 p.m. Eastern, tune into AOR Fissy's channel for PS4 racing for the esports series, qualifying races, or so-called heats. I will be commentating alongside Ali K. He will be the one that's streaming, though, so you won't see my point of view. So a little bit of a bummer, because I don't have an Elgato capture card. He does. But another fastest lap for Captain Inglo. He is a man on a mission to just set fastest laps. He has no challenge in front or behind him, because he is leading, and he does have, from the looks of it, a 39-second gap. So every lap, he has put up a second on the McLaren Honda driver. However, he is on soft, so that is a good reason why he is falling off the pace. However, those are also new tires for Captain Inglo. So we are headed to just 8 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. So a little curious to see what's going to go down with these last couple of laps. The first stint of this race, when I say stint, I mean the first half of this Grand Prix, was chaotic. We're going to recap it for you if you're joining in now. Lap 1, Steve lost the back end, spun it in the second sector. He only got 2 sectors done in this Grand Prix. Lap number 2, the 2 McLaren Hondas went at a civil war between Ikilu and someone else. They collided, and the other McLaren Honda driver crashed into Jackson, the Mercedes driver. They both were out of the Grand Prix, so in 2 laps time, 3 drivers out of the Grand Prix. So then the safety car came out. So when the safety car came out, the Renault driver who is leading that's why he has like a 41-second. Wow, 41 seconds. He gained 2 seconds in this lap. But anyway, that's why Captain Inglo got that big lead, because he did pit on that first safety car. The Ferrari did stay out of DeBoss. So for the next, I would say 11 laps, there were 2 different battles going on between the McLaren Honda driver of Ikilu and DeBoss, a Ferrari driver, and then the second battle between Tom and the Haas driver, and obviously they got by him eventually, but for DeBoss, he ended up crashing out because I think Ikilu just weaved right into him down a straight, lost his tire. So now that leaves us down to 4 different drivers, as now then Tom assumed second place because Ikilu had to pit. However, Ikilu made up the position past Tom. He's now back in a second. Everyone has done 2 stops so far today, and that is the Australian Grand Prix we have seen so far today. So we are down to 4 drivers left in this session. So obviously right now what's going on through these drivers' minds is just coasting on home. Nobody's going to bother passing each other. They just want to finish the race the way it is. So crossing the line now, lap 23 out of 29 up to 7th gear. He didn't even go into 8th gear. Wow. I think that's a way to that's how he shifts. However, off the exit, it'll go up to 7th. Obviously down to 8th gear. Maybe? Nope, he's going to maintain 7th gear. Obviously, it'll slow him down a little bit more down the straight if he upshifts. So obviously staying in a gear is obviously the best way possible to keep some speed. But again, if you are tuning in to the live stream for the first time today, we have 4 runners left. We started with 8 people. 3 people crashed within the first 2 laps. I brought out a safety car. Long story short, we're down to 4 people, and a lot of great racing has happened. However, with these final last stages of this race remaining. Not much has gone on, and we're just waiting for this thing to finish on out. We haven't looked at the leader ever since he pitted. We will do that now. We will reward him. He does have the fastest lap. He did get 2 fastest laps with Inistant, the Dutch driver driving the Renault. Has gotten the fastest lap for the past 2 laps, or the past 3 laps, so just not this lap. I say lap too many times. However, 24 out of 29, he has done the masterclass. Despite him, he doesn't have a Grand Slam, because he hasn't led every single lap, because obviously he pitted under the safety car. And Boz has left the session, so I didn't even know he is still in the session. So nice to know he was still watching the race. But obviously he's still in the session, and now he just left. But we only have a couple laps remaining in this session. So if you guys have any questions, pop them down below in the comments, and we will try and answer them before this GP is over. And if you're tuning in now, I will present you just a little schedule that's going to be on with this channel. Tomorrow we have an AOR Social, the Mexican GP, with AOR drivers losing the back end. A lot of speed carry through that corner. But like we mentioned, we have a lot of stuff going on within this channel within the next couple of months. It's going to be very, very chaotic. HRL is no longer, it's no longer a league anymore. After 4 seasons, HRL is done. We replaced it with Pinnacle Sim Racing, or the PSR League. That league is going to start up in 2 weeks' time on this channel. Same exact time as HRL would take place. And a lot of new drivers mixed from the AOR Assist here, from RBL, from dedicated HRL drivers, some of my friends. A lot of them are going to collide into one fantastic league. The website is actually being made as we speak by one of my friends. I mean, I've actually made a good portion of the website, but right now my friend also is he's taking web design at school, so obviously he knows what he's doing. But right now he's working on let me check what he's doing. He's working on the league page right now. I've done everything so far. This is the first time he's touched a website, but he's working on the website right now because I have to commentate, because I can't multitask, because that'd be terrible. I can't commentate multitask. But we have just a couple laps remaining to go, and it looks like Yikilu, nothing to do here, just maintaining the gap. Third position is Tom, and the great Danino back and forth, the Haas driver that we were talking about, cutting the corner, running wide. But wow, he is already on lap number 25, and he's headed to lap number 26, and he's headed on home to bring this one in the record books. And I like saying that, because this race has gone by so fast. And again, if there's something wrong with my mic, I was holding it, but if there's anything wrong with my mic, please let me know. But yeah, a busy schedule because PSR starting up. Second race. Oh, hold on. He's ghosting. I think he paused the game. He didn't run out of fuel. Yeah, I think he paused the game. I thought he disconnected for a second, but luckily he's back. There we go. I had to restart that recording because we are doing a highlight reel for this race. So right now we only have a couple laps remaining. Not much has happened since lap number 17. I'm not even sure if that's the exact lap that the battle stopped. I just made up that number. A guesstimate. That's what it is. A guesstimate of the laps that they started or stopped racing at. So really it's been single file ever since, just a little horse game, maintaining the position. However, if you make a mistake, it can cost you. However, look at that, a single car. You can't even see Tom. He's not even at the penultimate corner yet, so now he is, and I think the Haas driver's all the way back in the back. He's not even on the back straight yet. He is a minute 48 down. He's a lap down. Oh, no. Captain Inglo did get by him. He's in the penultimate corner now. How about Tom? Where's Tom? No, Captain Inglo is into the pits. Captain Inglo is into the pits. This will create some opportunity now. Hopefully, Ikilu... No, it won't. 48 seconds. The first time he pitted, he lost like 20 seconds, and it went down to a 20-second gap. Now it's 48. There's no sense of actually gaining some time. But he's on to another set of super softs, just to try and go for some more fastest laps. However, exits the pits, and he's still in the lead. You can see that's not even second place. That's a driver trying to get his lap back. Yes, trying to get his first lap back. A little embarrassing, like in quotation marks, trying to get back his first lap back. He is 2 laps down. I sort of find that a little funny. Actually, no, I think he's only 1 lap down, but still, that was quite funny if he was. Tom is back into 3rd place, like he was. However, he keeps running wide, and that's going to cost him a lot of time. Ikilu is in 2nd place, and with just a couple laps remaining, all he needs to do is bring it home in one piece, and the Flying Finn will be on the podium with Tom and the winner, Captain Inglo in the Renault. So again, if you guys have any questions, pop them down below in the comments. And like I mentioned, I keep mentioning, we do have a busy schedule for this channel, because PSR is starting up next week's race for RBL. Formula Friday. Next episode should be, obviously, on Friday. That's why it's called Formula Friday, if people didn't know. Just want to clarify that. Probably none of you watch that series anyway. I like making Formula Friday episodes. I get to rant about my opinions on F1. So I enjoy doing that. Also, another thing going on with this channel. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I need to update my my bio on YouTube. It still says HRL. Whatever, I'll fix that later. My YouTube username is still gonna say HRL forever. I'm keeping that username for the rest of this YouTube channel's priority. Despite the league being dead, we will keep the name HRL in the channel name. So yeah. Also, AOR League should start up in a month. FIFA, hi. Why do you tune at the worst time? This is literally the worst part of the race, that finish, because nothing is going on. I will put up a highlights reel of this race, but nothing has gone on since lap 17. Again, that's a guesstimate number, because I just made that up, because I don't actually know when the race got boring. But like I was saying, AOR should start up in a month. The F1 Esports Series, even though it's not going to be on my channel, I will be commentating it alongside Ali K on AOR Fizzy's channel on Thursdays, 8 p.m. UK time, which should be an hour, in an hour. It shouldn't be starting in an hour, but like 8 p.m. is in 1 hour. Right now, for you guys, it'd be 7:04, but for me, it's 2:04. But if you're living in America and you're watching the stream, it'd be 3 p.m. Eastern. So, a lot of stuff going on for me, a lot of stuff going on with this channel, and a lot of exciting new stuff going on. Again, my new league, Pinnacle Sim Racing, will be starting up in a couple of weeks. We have 2 spots left on the grid, and now, speaking of the final 2 spots, or anything final, we head to the final lap of this Grand Prix. Fastest lap, actually, so fantastic action for Captain Inglo. He's absolutely been the masterclass of this Grand Prix. He hasn't led every lap, but he's gotten pole, fastest lap, led the most laps, and if he maintains this gap, he'll lead the last one. He did make an additional pit stop, but that gap is 30 seconds over the McLaren Honda. The Flying Finn is just trying to do everything possible. Tom is in 3rd and a lap down, almost. Wow, almost 2 laps down. I'm kind of curious if Tom is a lap down. We're gonna take an onboard view. So right now, we'll go to this chicane. So right on the back straight. No, he's nowhere close to being a lap down. I was just curious. But if he can maintain the gap, he will bring it on home for the first ever league win in Racing Banter League history. Again, this is not my league. I co-own the league with someone else, and I also own another league. Again, very busy. But we head into the final sector now for the final lap. Captain Inglo, man of the class, man of the hour. I wouldn't say every lap, but most laps led, fastest lap, pole position. He's going so fast that the game is breaking on him. As we head to the penultimate, to the final corner now, he will cross the line first for the first time ever. He finishes on the top step podium as he takes victory in Albert Park and wins it today. The Australian Grand Prix belongs to the Renault driver in first place. Second place will go back to Ikilu. In the final sector now, the Flying Finn, going so fast that the game keeps breaking on us. I'm so confused. I think he let him by. Yeah, I think he just let him by. I don't want to take an onboard view. That is just terrible. This online needs to be fixed, okay? When I start up my league again, PSR, it'll be when this game is working. How about that? We're gonna say that. But the website is also being made as we speak. Because I already have a schedule I want to go by. But coming across the line, a couple drivers retiring, a car up in the air. That is a Haas driver. What a way to go out. What a way. He's done a lot of things. That is a fantastic way to finish the race. Tom's going to cross the line, weaving, and Force India going to be happy with that result. Something I do like with the new game, that the crew actually puts their hands out the window when their driver does well. Like if he gets a win, they're like, yeah, put the hands out the window on like the main street. I really like that. I really like that because last year they didn't have that, and that brings a little bit more emphasis towards the game, and I really do love that. But now we will go to podium celebrations. Your winner, Captain Inglo for Renault. What a way to start out the first ever race in Racing League Banter history. Or Racing Banter League. We finished with 4 drivers. We started with 8. It didn't actually start that way. Very, very chaotic Grand Prix. So in first, Captain Inglo. Second for Iki Liu. Third for Tom. Fourth, Grit Danino. Fifth, the Ferrari Grit. I don't even know. It says Kimi Räikkönen. That's going to finish it out today. Thank you, everybody, for watching. My name is Alan Cavagner, or HL Cavi. We will see you tomorrow for tomorrow's AOR Social at Mexico. At Autodromo Jose Carlos... not Jose Carlos. That's Brazil. I'm stupid. Hermanos Rodriguez. Thank you guys for watching. My name's Alan. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.